Okay, next up is to assemble the carburetor bowl. And the first step, according to the book, is to put the venturis in. We have the secondary venturi or nozzle that has only one booster ring, and we have the primary that has two. Some carburetors, they look identical, so if they did, you want to mark them just to be sure you get them back in the right hole. They have their gaskets and 4 screws. So you put a gasket on there, and the double one goes in the primary, and you can always tell the primary because it has the accelerator pump hole and the accelerator pump nozzle. So you put that in along with its gasket. Put the secondary one in with the gasket, and then put the 4 screws in. And then tighten them up. Okay, there it is. The venturis are installed. So the next thing we do is install the slow jets, the 2 slow jets. Notice that they have different lengths too. We're going to install the larger one in the secondary and the smaller one in the primary. We just put them back where we found them. So the secondary is the longer one, and it had a number of 90 on it. And we've already verified that they're all clean and they unobstructed. They have a hole at both ends so that everything is clean and ready to go. So there we're done with the slow jets. Alright. The next is to install the main jets. So again, the primary jet has a smaller number than the secondary jet, and it also is a different color. And they all have a little aluminum gasket, and you get a new aluminum gasket, so we might as well replace those with the new ones in the carburetor kit. Alright, so here we go with installing the main jets. We've got our primary jet, which is a 124, our secondary jet, which is a 230. They've been cleaned out really well and inspected carefully with a magnifying glass so there's no junk on there, so we'll put them in. Primary goes first. Takes a little work to get them in the slot. Make sure you use the right size screwdriver that exactly fits the diameter of the head so that you don't screw up the slot. And now the secondary. You don't have to get carried away with tightening them. Okay, so now the main jets are in and they're in properly. And now we can put the plugs on them. So we put a new copper gasket on there. Tighten them in their holes. And cinch them down with a wrench. Alright. Main jets are done. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble the auxiliary accelerator pump. This isn't used on my particular year, but I'm going to assemble it anyway just so that it doesn't leak. And it consists of 2 balls and 2 caps and a spring. So on the outside, one of the small balls goes first, and then a spring, and then the screw that has a little tip on it goes in there. And on the inside, there's another small ball and another screw. Okay, so the check valve assembly is now assembled. I've got 1 small and 1 large ball left for the regular accelerator pump. And now I put the diaphragm on. So first of all, it uses its spring. And the housing. And I got a new one. So it's got a little, it's polarized, so this one goes up to the top because there's a cutout for it. Then the spring, and then the housing, and the 3 screws, and that's it. Okay, so all done with the auxiliary accelerator pump. Okay, the next thing to install will be the power valve. So it goes right in this hole in the bottom of the fuel bowl. And again, it's an auxiliary main jet that is only open under conditions where you need a wide open throttle situation. A little extra power gives it a little extra rich mixture. Okay, the next step will be to assemble the accelerator pump. So it consists of the larger check valve that goes in the outlet side, this big hole, and then it has a little retainer clip that goes down on top of it. It's a little curved piece of metal, and it's awfully easy to lose. and it doesn't come in the kit, so make sure you don't lose that. So you start by putting the check valve in. Get it installed in the hole, and then you put this little retainer clip in. So I always grab it by this center piece, and then to install it you kind of turn it counterclockwise until it sticks in this little hole. And I make sure it's down all the way by kind of gently tapping with the screwdriver. And you can check to see if it's in there by turning it over and it doesn't come out. So that's done. And now I have to put the, wait a minute, I think I put the wrong ball in there. Yeah, a larger ball is the pump outlet, so we'll do that over.